I'm glad my family lied to me about my cousin dying in a car crash, because if they hadn't, I never would have found out who they were really protecting. It all started 3 weeks ago when I was helping my grandma clean out her attic. I found a shoebox stuffed with envelopes, and when I pulled one out, I saw my cousin Mia's name in the return address with a postmark from just 6 months ago. The problem was that Mia died in a car crash when she was 15, and I was at her funeral crying my eyes out 4 years ago. I handed the envelope to my grandma and asked, "Grandma, why is my dead cousin sending you letters?" And I watched all the color drain from her face in an instant. She ripped the envelope out of my hands and stuffed it back in the box, telling me I was never supposed to find that. I demanded to know what was going on, but she just kept shaking her head and backing away from me. "You need to ask your mother," she finally said in this shaky voice. "I can't be the one to tell you this." She rushed me out of her house so fast I barely had time to grab my keys, and I spent the entire drive home trying to figure out what could possibly make my grandma act like that about a girl who had been dead for 4 years. I burst through my front door and found my mom in the living room folding laundry. I didn't even give her time to say hello before I asked her point blank why my dead cousin was sending letters to grandma from beyond the grave. My mom's hands froze on the towel she was holding, and she set it down very slowly without looking at me. "You must have misread the envelope," she said. "Grief does strange things to people's minds." I could hear the lie in her voice clear as day, so I told her I saw the postmark with my own eyes from 6 months ago. "You need to let this go," she said, and I watched her jaw tighten, the way it always does when she's backed into a corner. Some things are buried for a reason, and digging them up will only hurt everyone involved. I crossed my arms and told her I wasn't going anywhere until she explained why our entire family held a funeral for someone who was apparently still alive. "I'm not discussing this with you," she snapped, but her voice was shaking now. "Drop it." I told her I had every right to know the truth about my own cousin, and that's when her whole composure just cracked. She sank down onto the couch and put her face in her hands, and when she looked up at me again, there were tears streaming down her cheeks. "She's not dead," my mom whispered, "but she is dead to this family, and if you know what's good for you, you'll keep it that way." I stared at my mom in complete disbelief and asked her what she meant by dead to this family. She wiped her eyes and took a long breath before telling me that Mia did something unforgivable 4 years ago, something that almost tore our entire family apart. I asked her what could possibly be so bad that they had to fake a funeral and make a 15-year-old girl disappear. "She made accusations," my mom said quietly. "Horrible accusations against your Uncle Ray." My blood ran cold because Uncle Ray was the golden child of our family, the successful one who hosted every holiday and paid for Grandma's house and had everyone wrapped around his finger. I asked my mom what kind of accusations she was talking about, and she couldn't even look at me when she answered. "She told everyone he had been touching her since she was 11 years old," my mom whispered. She wanted to go to the police and press charges. I felt like the floor had been ripped out from under me, and I asked her what happened after Mia came forward. My mom's face hardened into something I barely recognized. "Your aunt and uncle sat us all down and said that it was a lie, and that if this got out, it would destroy Ray's career and reputation. They sent her to live with a family member out of state, and we told everyone she died so no one would ever go looking for her or ask questions about why she left." I asked her if anyone actually believed Mia, and my mom went silent for way too long. "We all believed her," she finally admitted, and my stomach turned inside out. I could barely get the words out when I asked why they still protected him if they knew he was guilty. She looked me dead in the eyes and said the most chilling thing I've ever heard come out of her mouth, "Because Ray is family, and family protects family, even when it's ugly." I haven't spoken to my parents or gone to a single family event since that day, and when my mom calls me crying about how I'm tearing the family apart, I just think about my cousin spending 4 years alone,